Alright, these are the parts that will come in your rudder upgrade kit. You'll get a new rudder cap, new pulley, the high performance cord, and then a piece of wire to help you fish the cord through the rudder housings. The tools you'll need for the rudder upgrade install are a number 2 Phillips, number 3 Phillips, and a 2mm Allen key. First part of the upgrade install is to basically take out the old system. So first you take the rudder off, and then you do that just by taking that center screw out. That'll pop the rudder. Then you can pull the rudder cap up and take that 2mm Allen key, and there's a set screw in the top that you'll loosen so that you can pull the cable out. Just loosen up those. Now you got your loose cables. Now we'll go to the steering system. You'll take your number 2 Phillips head, loosen that up. So he's taking the screws out, and there are your cables. You can just pull the whole system out. So now what we're going to do is replace this pulley with the one that came in the kit, and he'll just take that number 3, loosen that screw, and we just get it to a point you'll be able to pop it off of there. And just take the old pulley off, and then you'll take your new pulley and position it so that the hole, you'll notice there's a drilled hole right here, is facing away from the handle, and this hole is in line with the handle. All right, there you go. So then you'll reinstall the screw that was holding the pulley onto the handle, and it just threads itself right in there. The tighter you make that, the harder it is to turn the handle, so you kind of play with that, see how you feel about the adjustment. So he's taking the center of the cord, and so you can see it's folded over, and he's going to feed it through the hole. There you can see he's got the middle of the cord. And now when you go to put this around the set screw, you're going to wrap it clockwise around that screw so that when you tighten it up, it'll tighten down the cord and the pulley to the handle. And tighten that all the way down. Nice and snug. There you go, still turns. And now he's got his 2 equal lengths of cord that will go back to the rudder, and he's going to have to feed it through that housing. It is possible to just feed it with the string, with the cord, but that's what the wire's for. So what he's going to do is take the wire, run it through the housing, and then he'll be able to pull the cord through a lot more quickly than he'd be able to push it through. There we go. He's got the wire sticking out. Now he can attach the cord to the end of that wire. Let me see that real quick. He's got a little crimp he's done on that, and that has pinched down on the cord. Now you see if he can pull it in there. And just pulling it through, nice and easy. Bam. First one's through, and then he'll do it again for the second side. One thing we want to make sure you do is that if with the handle facing forward, you should have the cord coming up through the hole, comes out the front the same direction as the handle is, and then the cable going around, or the cord going around this side, obviously is going to go into this hole, and if it's going around the other side, it'll go in the far hole. All right, and what he's going to do now is he's kind of holding it in place on the pulley, and then pulling the slack up as he lowers the handle down in place. He's going to put those screws in. All right, now he's got the handle installed. And as we do the next process, you want to try to keep some of that tension on that cord just so it doesn't fall off the pulley on the front. Okay, just for orientation, the way that we're going to want the rudder cap is with the two screws obviously are going to be here, but then the other holes are going to be towards the stern of the boat when we put the cord through the system. All right. He's going to flip it up, and he's going to take the cord out of the housing and up through this plastic boss in the rudder cap. All right. We'll do both of those from their respective sides. Now you've got the cord coming out of the cable housings, going up through the boss to the top side, and you may want to loosen these screws a little bit so you can do the wraps around there to set its position. So first thing he's going to do is reinstall the rudder. This can be a little tricky, matching the crosses up to make it work. With the rudder pointed straight back, then the two set screws should be perpendicular to the boat line. Cranking it down, and he's going to crank it tight with the rudder straight in line with the boat. All right. If he cranks it down tight, then this won't move, and it'll be easier for him to adjust the handle. So he's getting it really tight. Now he can still pull those strings and adjust the handle. What he's going to do is set that handle so that it's in line with the boat, pointed straight ahead. Now he's going to do how many wraps? Two wraps. He's maintaining the tension on both cords as he does this. All right. And then when you're doing the second side there, notice that he's also wrapping the cord around clockwise. That way, when you tighten down the screw, it also helps tighten down the cord. And so he'll tighten that down all the way, really nice and snug. Now he can loosen this up, kind of test the system out. So he's turning the rudder, and that therefore should turn the handle. You check, make sure your rudder is in line with the boat, and the handle is pointed straight ahead. All right, now we can crank it all down, or set the tension that you want in your rudder. Nice. Cut this off. Just give yourself a few inches. That way, if you need to adjust it later, you can. And we just recommend you just take the cord and you can shove it back down through the hole where the cord came out. There you go. We can give it a little test run here. All right, we're in business. And once you've got it all adjusted the way you like, you should be good to go. Sometimes if you didn't quite get it tightened down, the adjustment point's just right, it may slip a little, but all you have to do is just come back, pull tension again, and retighten it, and you'll be good to go. And like I said, anytime you wanna, maybe you feel like you wanna adjust how the handle is interacting with it, you can just loosen these and then change the tension on the two cords going through the system. All right, enjoy.